Hello, what's up? I gotta fix this so that things don't scroll by me so fast today. How is everybody? How are you doing? Getting ready to spin. Probably should turn this just a wee bit. We'll do it this way. Does it feel like we're on a boat? Hello. How are you guys? Did you bring a project? Is it raining at your house? It's raining at my house, and it's kind of chilly. Oh, thunderstorms in Oklahoma. Hello, Carrie, and Lee, and Alice, and Shanna, right? And Shannon. Hello. I had a lot of people in yesterday, so I was so tired. Okay, good. Oh, Carrie's doing inventory tracking. Sounds fun. Hello, Abir. I'm great. Wonderful. We went to a volleyball tournament yesterday for our granddaughter, and those girls are tough. And then a graduation party, and it was just so many people everywhere. Shannon's painting the bathroom. Oh, please come over and paint my bathroom. I've had the paint for like forever. Margaret said hello from a wet and windy Nottingham. Nottingham. That's how you're supposed to say it, right? Oh gosh, I'm all wound up here. Just started a second sock. Awesome. Okay, yes, ma'am, on Shanna. My Kiwi 3. Oh, that's so exciting. Her Kiwi 3 finally arrived, and it's named Lily. I like that. Hello, Debbie. It's true, Shannon. I've had paint picked out, and I'm going to paint all the cabinets in there and everything forever. I bought a shower curtain to go with it. I was super gung-ho. Haven't done anything. Still in the paint cans. Kimberly's here. How are you feeling, Kimberly? Carrie said congratulations. I think that's about the kiwi. Shadowcat said I just bought my first fleece. Well, first floor. 4 fleeces. Hello, Lil. Welcome. Is this your first live? It looks like it is. JP asked for opinions on a shocked flat iron wheel. I have not used one, but I have never seen a shocked product that I did not like. And I'm not kidding. Hello, Kimmer. Currently trapped on the couch with a kitty on my lap. I was trapped with Luther on my lap this morning, so I get it. Kai is mulching. Please come and do that, you guys. If you would all just come and do these projects at my house, that would be great. They dropped mulch off yesterday because we live like a mile and a half from a nursery where we buy it, so we get a deal on delivery and everything, and they dropped it off yesterday, and I haven't moved a bit of it yet. It's on the driveway. Mel's heading out to work. Oh, in the garden. I'll listen in, but probably won't chat much today. I split for the sleeves. Ooh, on her Rock Island tee. That's exciting. Rocket. Sorry, not Rock Island. Rocket. Sorry. Yes. Okay, Carrie said yes on the kiwi. Oh, Shannon said her boyfriend picked rust for the bathroom. You know, that probably will reflect really nicely on your skin. My sister used to have this like parrot green bathroom, and I remember I went in there once when I was visiting her, and I had just woken up and looked at myself in the mirror, and that green was reflecting on my skin, and I was like, whoa, but I bet the rust will be kind of pretty. Be nice and warm. Hello, Louise. Oh, Kimberly said, I'm fine. Some lingering COVID brain, but I'm good. Thanks for asking. Good. Yes, Luther was very snuggly, I think, because it cooled down last night. A beer said 8 more sleeps before I meet my 2 looms as well as seeing my family. So I assume they're in Canada. You're getting them in, are you going to be able to take them home? How does that work? Hello, Billy and Rita. Oh, Rita. Oh, got confused. Okay, Rita said, "Hi, Carrie. You got a kiwi." It's actually Shanna who got the kiwi. That's Laughing Lioness. For those who don't know the name, I never know if that messes people up. Does that mess you guys up? Should I just use the name that's written in the chat? I'm just never really sure. Hello, Crystal. How are you? Did you bring a project? What are you working on? Carrie said, I did get an electric eel wheel 6, though. Did you just get that, Carrie? You just got one? I have kind of lost track because we've had so many looms and wheels coming into the group. So many new toys. I've kind of lost track of who got what. Carrie said, glad you're feeling better, Kim. I'm glad too. Are you back at work now, Kim? Mel said, Kim, I missed it. Did you get COVID again? Please feel better soon. Shannon said, you know what? Now that you say that, we're going from green. Perfect if my skin looks better. I mean, it might not be the same at your house. You know, I suppose it could be partly the way that the light comes into the room, how much it makes it bounce off your skin. But it was just, I was like, oh my gosh, what happened to me? And then I realized. Oh, Margarita, I don't blame you. Margarita said, hi, I almost missed the live. I was watching The Godfather. So good. Rita said, oh, so at least you can at least spin. I can't get it out right in the right order. I'm sorry. My brain doesn't want to do it. Abir said the knitter loom is foldable. Oh, good. Okay, so that's coming with me. The table loom will stay at Mom's. Oh. Well, you're going to have the whole summer to play with it. That's going to be very exciting. Oh, no. Okay. Hi. Hello, Nyla. Rita said that works as well, Carrie. Hey, Kat. And Alice said I'm busy sulking over my bad spin today. What happened, Alice? I need to know. Crystal said I still have that sweater, the can koozie, and spinning, and I found wood for a wheel. Now I just have to get the wheel part. Are you building your own wheel? Did I miss this? I don't feel like I knew that. Maybe I did. It's so funny how sometimes I go back and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that now. Carrie said, I've had it a couple weeks ago, but I love it so much I had to talk about it again. That's good. I love that you love it that much. Okay, and Kimberly is back to work. So that's good. I mean, I'm glad you're back to work. I'm sorry that you were sick. Abir also wants to know what happened, Alice. Carrie said, share about it, you'll feel better. That's true. We all need to vent sometimes, you know. Lil said, I want a kiwi, low-key jealous, excited for you. Hello, Donna. How are you? How is everybody? I swear. Margaret said, I've ordered a Mirkwood Arts Tour de Fleece spindle. From where? Oh, from Mirkwood. I see. I was thinking that was the design for a second. So I can learn. I love that idea, Margaret, that you got it. I looked at spindles, actually. Snyder spindles. Brenda said to JP, I have a flat iron and I love it so much. It's very fast and easy to spin long draw on. I have only used it in Scotch tension though. So are they all convertible, Brenda? I don't know the flat iron. I've only spun on my Matchless, but I have used other stuff that Schacht has made. Alice said to Abir, I managed to get what would ply to a lace weight or sock weight. Tried to do the bracelet ply and messed the whole thing up. Oh, I'm sorry. Thankfully it was only 0.3 ounces, but still. Hang on, I gotta move my mouse. There we go. 0.3 of 8. Okay, that's not much. Kimberly, I didn't want to say this. I figured it was your business to tell or not tell, but Kimberly said, yes, ironically, I caught it at the APHL CDC conference where we were all fully vaccinated and wore K95 masks. First day back, tested positive by PCR. Ooh, okay. Did you test because you didn't feel well, or was everyone testing? I'm just curious, just nosy. Crystal said, I've decided to build my own. I love that idea. From as much stuff as I already have. Hey, Andy, how are you? Abir said, oh, Alice, that method of applying is tricky. I feel like it does take a bit of practice. And I don't know if I would start with a thicker one. But Margarita said I'm still working on the Longer by Hohi. Is that right? Please tell me it is. Summer school starts tomorrow. I'm looking forward to only having 5 kids. Honestly, Margarita, that's amazing. You mean you'll be teaching only 5 kids? Or your own 5 kids? I'm not sure. I'm not clear. Kat said Dexter lost his fight with cancer. Oh, I'm sorry. He had a fit on Friday, so we gave him the best weekend ever, and helped him pass on Monday night. I'm so sorry, Kat. I know he's been going through it for a while. It's just so hard. Rita just ordered a Brother Drum Carter. Alice said, I'll say, I followed Trisha's video, but obviously missed the crucial part to get it around my thumb. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Hello, Moni. Okay, so she said, what do I need to do to join your team for Tour de Fleece? I don't know if anyone else is planning, and I'm going to miss some stuff on the way. I'm sorry. But I will be opening up the thread this week, and then you can just check in. It will be in the Ravelry Tour de Fleece group, and it'll probably be like Tuesday. Well, probably be like Wednesday when I open the thread up. But I will announce it on Facebook when it's open, if you're following the Facebook group. So, and then you can just check in there and start chatting about your goals and if you bought stuff for the tour and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be fun. Yep. Alice said, I'm sorry to Kat, and Shanna said she's sorry. Condolences and comforting thoughts to you. Yeah. It's really hard. So how you still have Annie though, right, Kat? How does Annie seem to feel any kind of way? Because I've heard that dogs, feel something about that kind of stuff. Kimberly said I just bought my first drop spindle yesterday and I'm making yarn on it. I'm so excited because I didn't think I could spindle spin. Good for you. I do have a spindle buried in my closet. I'm just looking at new ones. Connie said, I'm excited for Tuesday. Oh, you're getting Sinister Kiss. It's going to... that took a while. Why did it take so long, I wonder? Oh, you're way across the country, aren't you? Oh, okay. Sorry. Margarita said it's the Lounger. I remember that now. JP said it will be my first wheel. Hopefully it'll be easy to learn on. We'll binge watch all your videos. I think it's a good choice to learn on, but get it going slow at first. Set it on the largest whirl and all that kind of stuff because it's much easier to start out slowly. It's hard to get your hands to keep up with what your feet want to do sometimes in the beginning. Donna said, yesterday I dyed my May Paradise box. Turned out wonderful. Now I'm spinning the David Banner Targhee. I love it, Trish. I'm so glad you love it. Wasn't that a cool colorway? John and I think, dyed that together, and he came and looked at it after... Oh, no. No, we didn't dye that together. I'm lying. But he came back and saw it dry, and he was like, that looks cool. Okay, Margarita said, yes, teaching only 5 kids. Yeah. Kimberly said, no, we all test weekly. Okay. In case you don't know, and I know I can say this because Kimberly said it before, Kimberly's the state virologist for her state. Virologist, right? Not epidemiologist. Melissa said, I woke up before live ended. Hi, Trish and Tribers. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Abir wants to know if anyone knows where she can get Ile de France fiber. Ile de France. Oh, Rita's waiting for the tour. I'm excited. Carrie wants some goal input. She said, I'm thinking about spinning whatever is oldest in my stash, the next oldest, and so on. How do you even know? That's so impressive. I know, I'm lying. I do know what's oldest in my stash. Because I got a bunch of fiber when I got my very first wheel, and I still have some of it. I've used quite a bit of it, but not all of it, so... Brenda said, my shepherd, Tashka, Definitely has been. And it got cut off, I think. Oh, okay. Hello, Michelle. Kat said, thanks, guys. Yes, still got Annie. They definitely feel it. It took her maybe 2 days to realize he wasn't coming home. Aw, and she's flipping between manic and clingy. Bless her, she's hard work. You know what? They do live in the moment more than we do, though. So it does seem like they adjust more quickly than people, if I'm not crazy. But I mean, I'm not a dog expert. I just obsessively monitor their behavior. I'm just kidding. I'm not obsessed. I'm obsessed. Connie said, I think it will be in tomorrow. Ooh, according to tracking, it's in Montgomery. That's right. Okay, which is only half an hour away. Lil asked what I'm spinning. Poor Lil. You haven't seen because it's been the same thing for like 3 weeks. This is like, I had a huge bag. Okay, I got it right. The virologist. I think it was like 8 pounds of this fiber. John's got a sweater already. I'm going to have a sweater, and I think there will be enough for at least one more sweater out of it. At least, probably 2 more. And John's sweater is like just a big sweater. So, it's a lot. Lot. But I'm getting there. I just got fluff on my face. Melissa said excited for tour. That's good. Now, interesting. Kat said you can help support them with the homeopathic remedy Star of Bethlehem for humans too, and it does seem to help. That's so interesting. I've never heard of it. Do you like give it to her, give it to him dry, or is it the oil? How do you do that? Excuse me. Kim said just got from gardening. First Sunday off in forever. Now chilling watching you. Hello, Kim. Thanks for spending some of your time off here. Shanna said, I think I've redrafted every bit of roving bat, jumbo yarn, etc. in my house in anticipation of Lily and the Tour de Fleece first timer. Rita said, so setting what you're going to spin as well as how long each day. You don't have to really do anything. So you don't have to set yourself a time goal. You don't have to set yourself a yardage goal. You can just set any kind of goal you want. Hello, Elsbeth. How are you doing? Alice said, I want to know more about your current technique for spinning, Trish. Is that comb top? It is roving. How do you feel for thickness without looking? I actually think I can do better when I just feel it rather than when I look. Because I kind of feel like when it's roving especially, your eyes kind of lie to you about how much you're getting. But it's not super even because I'm going to do a 3-ply, so I'm just not that worried about it being super even. Just pretty close overall, if that makes sense. So... and you know, also it's a lot of muscle memory, so I really don't even really think about it anymore, which is nuts. I don't think about that either until someone points it out. Hey Tracy. Tracy said don't forget the thumbs up, you guys, if you wouldn't mind. But see, I just lost it there and went too thin. Kimberly said my goals for Tour de Fleece: skirt all this year's fleece from my flock, scour at least one fleece. You know, I do think I need to set myself a scouring goal. Because I got 4 fleeces over the weekend. A friend of mine did, well, not 4 full fleeces, partials. She sheared, and I went over for the shearing day, and she was like, take some of this, take some of this. So I need to skirt and scour. It's going to be... Abir said, Alice, I'm forever in awe that Trish can spin without looking. You'll get there. Hello, Kira. How are you? Kat said, no shade for being obsessed. I work in my bestie's dog-only pet shop with her. Definitely obsessed me. She's a canine nutritionist, vet, and pet bereavement counselor, so a bit handy that is. Very handy. Rita said, Carrie, I now have to figure out what fiber to spin. You don't have to. I mean, I've seen people say they want to spin their first sweater. They want to spin, like, their first combo spin. All kinds of stuff. Kat said the Star of Beth is one of those fluids that come in a solution. Okay, alcohol, I think. And you just pop a few drops in your or their water. I will look for it. Yes, Lil said 8 pounds. Holy cow! Fleece to sweaters for everyone. It was I have told these guys. I mean, but I know there's new people, so I was trying out our new mill that's a couple miles away from me, and I dropped off some stuff to blend. I gave him 2 whole CVM fleeces and then a bag of like mystery fiber that I had gotten at an estate sale, and I said, please blend all of it. So I had washed the fleeces already, so I kind of know what's in it, but like I don't even exactly know everything that's in it. Oh, Andy said thanks for the reminder. Thank you for doing it. I appreciate it. Kat said I'm doing a fleece to sweater. Well, top from the shop, doing a matching one for Annie too. I love that. Why the heck not? I agree. Why the heck not? Rita said I just finished washing the Rambouillet fleece I bought. That's exciting. Oh my goodness, Abir, do you have a typewriter collection? Are you a writer? She said this is not fiber related, but today I purchased my 4th typewriter. I used to have an antique one that we did not move to this house. I don't even remember what we did to it. Probably gave it away. Melissa said you're not consistent, but averages out to size you're needing. I am same Trish with my OAP and e-spinners. Sometimes I try to be consistent, but when it's a roving that's blended and, you know, all, I don't know, uneven kind of, it just, if I tried to be perfectly consistent, it would be so overwhelmingly frustrating that I just don't. Kimberly said I'm sampling now to determine if I like it better from carded roll eggs or combed sliver. Oh gosh, that's so different. Are you spinning them both like short forward, or, you know, what spinning technique are you using? Beer said, I guess I am now Alice about the collecting. Kiara said, good, I have 3 more rows on my blanket, then it should be done. Wow. Finishing a blanket is like a big deal. There you go. Rita said, how about spin what I've processed? I think that's great. I did have one goal for myself one year where my goal was to spin only stuff that I processed. And the one year it was like a whole sweater's worth of yarn, I guess. And then I finished pretty early on and still had time to do a bunch more. So it's just really to challenge yourself and have fun. It's not supposed to be stressful, so don't pick anything stressful. You can always do more too. Like if you give yourself 10 minutes a day and, you know, you sit down one day and do your 10 minutes and you feel like you want to do more, then you can do more. There's no rules about that either. So make it easy on yourself. That's what I'm saying. Melissa said, a beer awesome. I miss my typewriter. It's in storage somewhere. Aw. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? Do you have to work later today? Kimberly said I will post pictures in the group of my alpaca wool blend. I think you did, right? Rambouillet alpaca? She said, I'm liking it, but haven't spun yet. Oh, Alice said, so speaking of alpaca, Rita said, Abir can be our secretary. Poor Abir. That's too much. Abir said, my typewriter writers are mostly 1950s and one from 1974. The one I ordered today is 1954. That sounds cool. But do you use them at all? Alice said an old friend has a farm in Pennsylvania now and she raises alpaca. Already gone for the season, but I've asked her to let me know when they get sheared next. Yeah, definitely. Uh-oh, Margarita said, anyone looking for a kitten? We had some dropped off at the church and we are fostering. They are super fun, but I have too many animals now. I saw pictures, Margarita. I think they were of yours. Abir said, Rita, it's my way of rebelling against new technology. Hey, Rico, how are you? Caitlin said, how many days is the tour? I believe that it's like 3 weeks, but there's 2 rest days inside those 3 weeks, if that makes sense. Crystal said I might sign up or I might not, but goal is still going to be finishing up the spins I have going. I mean, it's totally up to you, Crystal. If you don't feel like signing up, if anybody feels like they just want to like hang out and cheerlead and they don't want the pressure, that's 100% fine. Brenda said, sounds like collecting to me a beer. Enjoy your new find. Now, if it's more than 3, it's a collection, right? Isn't that the like definition of collection? Alice said, haha, beer. Drop spindles are my method of rebellion. That's a good one. Oh, Elizabeth's sitting in the Coliseum waiting for high school graduation to start in 40 minutes. Exciting. This is the time of year I usually cried a lot when I still had kids in the schools. I'd cry at like the last band concert, the last concert, the graduation. It was ridiculous. Carrie said, Abir, I love new technology. I have the entire library in my pocket. I like that too. Not gonna lie. Oh, and I'm halfway, more than halfway through my reading goal for this year. Pretty excited. Abir said, yes, the typewriter came in handy making notes for my breed study. That's cool. Rita said, Abir, I learned to type on a manual typewriter in high school. There was no electric typewriter. I learned to type on a TRS-80. Makes me feel old. I just got a nap I gotta pull out. Hang on. Yarn surgery. Here we go. Okay. Yes. Okay, Margaret, thank you. She said 23 days racing and I watch most of them start to finish. Wow. Mel said my plan is to take the 2 pounds of carded cloud and spin it up for a gradient. That sounds cool. Then I can spin it so I can knit. I think it was the fade sweater. I'm sorry. Hello, Julie. How are you? She said, Pride Week here and so much going on. Good to sit and spin and be with you. It's nice to see you. I bet Pride Week is fun in your town. Melissa said, I got a sampler of all the colors at the Paradise Fibers 8th birthday club. That was cool. Had a double knit blanket for a teddy bear. I love that idea. How cute is that? Hello, Teresa. Connie said, my goal is to improve on spinning sock weight yarn. It's just going to take practice, so that's all you got to do. Hello, Carrie Mountain. That's what I always think the MTN is for. She said, Ola from Carrie in Colorado. Happy Sunday. Hola. Melissa said, good old nail breaker typewriters are the best. I really have a tendency to like pound on a typewriter when I'm typing. And I'm kind of fast. Not as fast as I was when I did transcription. I was real fast then. Brenda said, last Sunday we picked up my floor loom. It is a Shocked Mighty Wolf. That's fancy, Brenda. How many harnesses? Kimberly said, more than 3 is collecting. What is the number that defines hoarding? Asking for a friend. I do not know what that number is, but I'm pretty sure it's more than 6. It probably depends on what you're hoarding. Alice said, I don't think my fingers are strong enough for a manual typewriter now, but I used to do 120 words per minute. That's pretty darn impressive, Alice. I've never gotten that high. Carrie said, hi, other Carrie. Mel said we had to type all out paper. Oh, our papers, I think you're saying. In high school on the typewriter, I still hate typing. So funny. Hey, Kay. Kay was at a festival this week with her sister. Kay said, hi, everyone. I'm working on a hair pig that loved, what? That loved to wallow in mud, but the guy swore it was Wensleydale. Got it. Oh, those Wensleydales and Teeswaters, they tend to get real dirty, don't they? Ugh. Alice said, depends if it's potentially collectible. Oh, Julie said it's a lot here, of course, but we love it. I'm sure it is a lot, but you know, fun stuff. I mean, you know, being from Holland, I do know how festivals are. And we used to like stay home for the parts that were a lot sometimes. Nyla said spinning, playing with Millens from your shop, fun, ordered more. Yay! Yes, I'm going to be shipping tomorrow morning, so they should be in the mail to you then. Yeah, Rita said y'all remember the ding. Totally. Brenda, don't say only 4 harnesses. You can do a lot with 4 harnesses. It's going to be awesome. They're very nice, well-made looms. Hello, Sally. A beer said I'm at my limit now, I hope. Uh-oh. Famous last words. I've said that about spinning wheels like 3 times. Yeah, Brenda said that's enough for me for now, the 4 harnesses. I do I don't mind threading 4 harnesses worth of heddles, but whenever I look at an 8 harness loom, I think to myself, like, seriously, threading those would be crazy. How do you do that? Do you color code? What do you do? Um, yeah, Rita said, so a beer, do you have dueling dings? You should. Rico said, so I did the thing. I stole your design, and of course I messed up a little, but I love the electric spinner. I think that's awesome. I was literally thinking about it this morning while I was spinning on my Hanson. I was like, I need to get that thing out. That's right. Donna says, if the collection gets too big, we can just call it a stash. So I like that because it doesn't have the same connotation as hoarding. Because stashing just makes it seem like you're just putting it away for like a rainy day. You know what I mean? But hoarding makes it seem like there's like an element of crazy to it. So I agree. I like stashing. Abir said, you mean the sound at the end of the line, Rita? Karen said, hi. Heating pot to dye yarn. Exciting. Rambouillet is drying in the yard. Been spinning in the sun. Life is great at the Jersey Shore. Sounds like it. Our weather here stinks today. Louise asked, do I ship to the UK? I do. It is very expensive. So I always feel super guilty. But I of course, I'll ship worldwide as long as the U.S. Postal Service will mail there. I'll mail there. Hello, hens. Carrie said, if you're shipping tomorrow morning, I better order today. Well, I ship like 3 times a week, so you don't have to rush. Everything's good. Elspeth said, question for the tribe. Applying 2 very unevenly filled bobbins. Better to 2-ply where I can off the bobbin than turkey foot in the remainder. That's what I do. Julie said, oh, we did 30 years in Holland, only now able to look at tulips without flinching. Just kidding. I feel that way. I felt that way for a long time, but now I'm good. Kimberly's asking about her 10 sheep and wanting to know, is that a hoard? I feel like no. People have bigger. As long as there's someone with a lot more, it's not. Oh, good. Shannon said 32. What does that loom even look like? I need to see a picture of that. 32 harnesses, and threading is my favorite part. But how do you do it, Shannon? Do you color code, or like how do you do that? That seems so overwhelming to me. Carrie winds a cake and plies it on itself. That's another great way to do it. Margaret said that's what, to Elsbeth, that's what I would do. Rita said, hen and chicks love your diamond video. Andy said, speaking of stash, I'm thinking of giving mine away. Oh, so I can start dyeing again. What? Brenda said, I think that too about threading 8 shafts. Honestly, even thinking that about 4 shafts. It did seem, I guess that's how it works. Like, it did seem overwhelming. The 4 shafts did at first, and now it doesn't seem like a big deal. So I guess you just get used to it, huh? Connie said, I love your way of thinking, Trish. Right. Shanna said, then there is Sable, stash acquired beyond life expectancy. I know you guys probably don't believe this, but I don't think I'm there yet. I don't think I'm Sable yet, but I'm probably like on the verge. I do spin a lot, so That's the, I guess, lucky part. Carrie said, Kim, I bet that helps a lot when you can see them growing more fiber. Does it? Crystal said it's humid and wanting to rain. You know, after, yeah, of course, you watered, so yeah, yes. So Rico said, I'm up to 3 DIY wheels now, more than enough to keep me from developing an unnecessary stash. You would think that, wouldn't you? You can only spin on one at a time, though, so it doesn't really change it that much. Rita's also waiting on an order. I hope you love it, Rita. Jerry said, hi, everyone. Just got home. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you are, Jerry. Elspeth said to Carrie, I wish I was better at chain plying that way. Oh, Melissa said I turkey foot on every 2-ply. So I don't, anytime I sample, I almost always, I call it turkey hand, but turkey foot's fine too, because really they don't have a hand. Mel said, Kimberly, that's not a horde, it's a herd. There you go. You're just a shepherd. Kimberly said, I identify with that element of crazy. It's part of my appeal. I feel like it's part of mine. I have to say, you guys, I so appreciate a bunch of the comments and stuff, too, from the last video, because I don't know how many, probably 5 of you said you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and I'm like, why is my mind blown when someone says that back to me? Doesn't make sense, but I needed to hear it, and I really appreciate it. Oh, okay, Shannon said, I keep track by marking every 8th harness, and yes, you get used to it. I would imagine. You probably do hugely long warps, too. Shannon's weaving is amazing. Hello, Lisa. Andy said, I thought I'd meet other fiber artists. I don't know anyone in Astoria. Moved here right before COVID. It's hard. And it did slow everything down. Oh, I see. Okay, you mean by giving away your stash. Got it. Hang on, I gotta pull a little. I feel a nap. Which challenge, Rico? Rico said challenge accepted. Oh, you mean spinning on more than one wheel at a time? I used to look for gossip wheels so that I could spin on 2 bobbins at a time, but I think probably that's not going to happen for me, which is totally fine. I do not even want another wheel right now. Okay, does anybody looking for a wheel? Carrie is debating selling her Kiwi and Louette S10 wheels to get one that is more portable. Oh, and Lisa's in Starbucks waiting for a covert. Why is it covert? Yarn meetup. Hey, Erin, how are you? She said, I probably won't be on long, but wanted to say hi. Happy belated birthday. Oh my goodness, Karen, how are you? Karen Shaw, I mean. It's been a really, really long time. How are you? Are you okay? I think about you a lot, actually, if that's not too weird. The last time I heard from you, you had a lot going on. Kimberly said we're kindred spirits, Trish. I have a feeling a lot of people feel that way. Oh, Jerry said I have an ash for joy. Don't make me cry. Not Jerry. Jerry, you're not going to make me cry. Don't worry. I have an ash for joy, which is portable and I love it. Works because I have a traditional and all the bobbins are interchangeable. It was not expensive to get the jumbo flyer for the joy. I love my jumbo flyer on my Ashford Traveler. Erin said, thank you, Carrie. Karen said, I came home to the most generous, lovely gifts. Love you. Thank you. Tears all over the place. I'm really glad. I'm glad you like it. I don't want to cry. I just really thought about you a lot and about what you said was going on, and I just wanted to send you something. So, Elsbeth said, I just popped the wee ring off my Lendrum to put on the flying head, and all I heard was ping, and the ring went flying somewhere. Dang. And do you have a magnet, Elsbeth, that you can use? Oh, Lil said, I heard Astoria. I'm in Hillsboro. Did we just make a friend? A yarn love connection? Is that weird? Rita said, I have both my traditional and kiwi loaded with fiber. Right now, I have stuff on 3 wheels. That's all. Kiera said, my goal is to knit and sell my blanket so that I can get an electric eel wheel before Tour de Fleece. That's awesome. Well, you're really close now. Okay, so here we go. Lil said, Carrie, how much for your kiwi? Ooh, I would like to see that. Connie said, has anyone seen that video about that French parlor wheel? It is so pretty. Erin bought a motorhome. I don't know, some of you probably saw on Facebook. And she's cleaning it out. You're welcome, Erin. A beer had the same thought. Do you have a magnet, Elsbeth? John taught me that. If you throw something metal somewhere and you can't find it, go get a big magnet. I don't know why I never thought of it, but I didn't. And he was like, well, go get a magnet. And I was like, oh, you're so smart. Like I threw a needle down or something and couldn't find it. Oh, Lisa said, I don't know the lady I'm meeting. Didn't get to go to a crank-in for circular sock machine knitters, but I bought the special colorway and she's delivering it. Oh, so you're doing a swap, like a deal. Like a, you know, like a dealer. Elspeth said, magnets I have also a lot of floor space. I'm sorry. Elizabeth said, because you are where you're supposed to be and so are all of us. We're in the crazy mess together. Elizabeth, it makes no sense that I would say this to other people, completely mean it, internalize it, feel it, think it, and then when someone says it to me, I'm like, what? But I just appreciate it. It's funny. Andy said, hi, Hillsboro. Hey, Alex, welcome back. Welcome back. Rita said, you win, Trish. Well, I don't know about that, but I wasn't trying to win. Kimberly said, I'm still waiting on my Ashford Jumbo Flyer. Yeah. I guess they're having some trouble. They're having some trouble with I don't know, their supply chain is what I've heard, but I don't really know the details, so I shouldn't even say that. But their stuff is great, and you won't regret it. Amber said, I made it late, but here nonetheless. Okay, I'm feeling some straw in here. Hang on. You know, because sheep live outside. It's more like a twig. Can you guys see that? No wonder I could feel it. Alex said, wow, that's a big cup. It's called a Bubba keg because it's so big. I just fill it with water. Crystal said, I have a magnet on a stick for sewing pins. Works great, doesn't it, Crystal? And Kieran said, I did burst into tears. It was so lovely. I couldn't believe how beautiful the yarn was. Sometimes it takes something to make you reconnect to the real world again, and happy is everywhere. Oh gosh. I'm glad that you liked it. I really am, and I'm glad that it hit right, if that makes sense. I don't know. Julie said, I just saw a golden custom carved wheel and need someone to hand me 10K. I saw one at Rhinebeck, Julie. It was like medieval style, and I think it was 20K, and I could not stop staring at it. It was so beautiful. Alice said, okay, what's in that giant sippy cup, Trish? Sunday afternoon minds want to know. Actually, it is water with one of those drink packets in it for like sugar-free pink lemonade. That's it. Wouldn't that be something if I had a gin fizz in here? I'm trying to stay hydrated. And I always try to have something to drink in case my throat gets, scratchy. Because I'm doing all the reading and talking and spinning or knitting. Kimberly said, I've been making singles on my Ashford Traditional and plying on my Louette S17. Woo! Yes, Lisa, only 3. That means I have, I guess, 3 that don't have anything on them. Found it, plus I really need to vacuum. Elsbeth, we don't need to worry about the vacuuming. Melanie said, anyone need a snake? I've got some extras here if you're interested. They say hi, by the way. We have them here. We have little hognose something. I don't know. They look like rattlesnakes, but they're not. So we're good on the snakes. Thank you. Michelle said, Connie Briggs, I did see the parlor wheel video, if you mean the one she had refurbished by Bob and Boy. I will have to take a look for that. Alice said, yay. Yeah, I'm glad you found it, Elsbeth. Without a magnet even, you're pretty good. I don't know, John's probably listening, so I shouldn't probably say this, but I was using our pressure washer and I didn't get the little tip in tightly and shot it like across the yard and could not find it forever, but I finally did find it. You have to get it in properly. Apparently, lock it in. Okay, Kat said, it's going to take me weeks to catch up on all the YouTube vids, but I agree. You're where you need to be when you need to be there. Trusting the universe is hard, though. Feeling that right now. Oh, I bet you are. It is very hard to do. And there is a lot of pressure on us, and we are very, we're very conditioned. I'm reading a book right now about this. We're very conditioned that we like need to be productive all the time, and we don't. It's just a made up thing. Connie said it's been a while since I saw the video, so I'm not sure. Okay, I'll just look for it. I'm sure I'll be able to find it. Probably YouTube will recommend it to me because you know it's listening. Michelle said it was beautiful. Oh, okay. Kat said I also wanted to say I'm really glad you're doing a Tour de Fleece team. I will probably just hang out, but I was really underwhelmed last year. I really didn't get it. I don't like the Ravelry forum. Okay. And Alice said, Trish, you should have a Gin Fizz in there. So as much as you guys want to also, feel free to update in the Facebook group and all that, wherever you want to talk about it. And I'll be live spinning here and on TikTok every day. But I'm not going to pick a specific time because I found it kind of overwhelming to try and be like in one place at the same time every single day. So I'm going to pick a different time. I'm just going to like randomly pop on with no warning. So if you want to spin along, make sure you hit the little bell so you get notifications. Andy said, lock it in, made me snort laugh for some reason. I don't know what to tell you, Andy, but it really shoots far if you don't lock it in. So lock it in, girl. Kiara said, I have 2 cats that bring me snakes for breakfast every morning during the summer. Rita said, went with Price. The Ashford drum drum carder look comparable to the brother. Is that what you mean? They are very comparable. I've had both. Hello, Chris. How are you? Hello, Sylvia. How are you doing? Is it raining there? Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. Lynn said, I'm feeling so inspired that I pulled out my drum carder I've owned for 6 years and used it for the first time this weekend. Good for you, Lynn. That's awesome. Brenda asked, what am I reading? Right now I'm reading Radically Content. And also that reminds me about the book club thing. Is there anyone that might want to lead the book club? I would love to participate, but I feel like I don't have the bandwidth to lead right now. So if anybody would like to volunteer, if not, I'll put it in the Facebook group, and that's absolutely fine, because I would like to do it and I would like to participate, but I feel like I have too much on my plate right now to lead it. Chris has dyed some more silk. Carrie said, I think I need to read that book, Trish. Chronic illness can make you feel so useless sometimes. I think that this would be a good book for anybody who's feeling that kind of way right now. It's called Radically Content. I am only a couple chapters in because, like, every morning I just read one chapter, like the first thing practically. Chris said I've dyed more silk. We'll remove it from the water after this. Now that it's cool, I'll post it on the Facebook. Yay, I love it. Lynn said, thanks everyone. Who knew the fun I've been missing out on? I know, and it just gets more fun. Mel said, oh, breakfast snakes. That sounds delicious. I am Chris. I'm great. Wonderful. Rita said, Melissa, I got the brother in 90-120 TPI. That's going to be really nice, Rita. Crystal said, I hear snake meat tastes like chicken. I have heard that also. I haven't tried it, though, so I don't know. I don't think I've ever eaten snake. Karen said, I have about 8 fleeces needing to be processed. Been on back burner. Excited to spin again. Can't wait. So, Karen, do you travel for, like, part of the year? You must have. If you just got back and got it. Kimberly said, I will update in Facebook group for tour. My Weaving Guild challenged us to submit pictures of spinning in different locations. That sounds fun. Well, Melissa said, sounds like the brother would probably be the better choice for drum carder then. Amber, just be glad you missed that memo. Amber said, I missed the memo needing to be productive all the time. I mean, it's kind of bigger than that. In the book, it's more about how, like, our society, but in particular, since we got TVs and stuff, the marketing system of the world tries to tell us that we're not good enough so that we'll spend money to try and be good enough. So far it's been kind of good. So, Kira said, okay, I have a knitting crocheting question. Yay. I'm going to do a border for this blanket, and I was wondering if I should knit a border or if I should crochet a border. So it's just my opinion, but I kind of feel like when you crochet, they're more stable, if that makes sense. It kind of depends on the stitch anyway, so it just depends on if you want to stabilize the outer edge or if you want it to be the same amount of stretchiness as you have in your blanket. Does that make sense? That's just my opinion, though, and it means nothing. Sylvia said, I was watching some videos from the breed study. What great info. I'm glad you're enjoying them, Sylvia. I had such a great time doing the breed study. I think someday there will be a fleece study, but if I do that, I want to do it in a way that other people can, like, buy it as well and do it along with me. So, I don't know. It's definitely not something in the works anytime super soon because it's going to be a huge project, but I would like to do it someday. Shanna said, does chicken actually have a flavor? Yeah, not a ton, but a little bit, doesn't it? Melissa said, rattlesnake is a flaky chicken. I don't know what to think about that. Karen said, in California with medical issues, family and mine. Okay, all in good place at the moment. Good for you. That's great news. I'm glad to hear everybody's in a good place at the moment. Tanya, good morning. Abir said, according to the Matrix, chicken has no flavor. I don't remember anything from the Matrix. I have seen those movies, though. Hello, Evie. How are you? Kimberly said, Karen, I'm with you on needing to process a lot of fleeces. Me too. Now that it's getting nice out, as soon as the water's on outside in our house, because the water that goes to our outdoor shower comes, like, underneath the house, and John turns it off because he doesn't want it to freeze on the outside, of course. And it also goes down and under to our, like, outdoor cabana. As soon as that water's on, I'm going to start washing fleece outside, and I can't wait because I really want to plow through what I've got out there. I have a bunch. Kimberly said, I love crochet borders. So many options. Oh, Kat's gotta go. Bye, Kat. I'm glad you were here. I'm so glad I caught up with you. Makes my Sunday when I get to Tribe. I'm sorry, Kat, too, about Dexter. I'll be thinking about you and Annie. Oh, Rita said squirrel also tastes like chicken. I actually have eaten squirrel before, believe it or not. We used to go to a wild game dinner where we would get all kinds of like crazy, not crazy, but unusual things, and squirrel was one of them. I've tried it. Julie's known some flaky chickens. Actually, some flaky chickens live next door to me. We never know when they're going to come over here and scratch bugs out of the dirt. Brenda said, I agree with Trish about the blanket border, and as a bonus for a lot of us, crochet is a little quicker to do. True. A lot of times it's easier with the ends. It's so easy to just weave in a crochet end. Kira said, thank you so much, and your opinion matters a lot. Aww. You've been knitting and crocheting a lot longer than me. Well, at least knitting longer than me. I've been crocheting since I was 6. Okay, well then, I don't know how old you are, but I was 8 when I learned to crochet. Rico said there's no spoon. Is this the Matrix? It has to be, right? I mean, it does give you tons of options too, Kira, if you want to crochet it. Jerry said I've eaten frog legs. They taste like chicken too. I'm sure I've done that, but I can't remember it. My dad liked frog legs. Is that weird to eat too? I don't really know. My dad will eat anything. Amber said, can I share in our group? Yes, of course. Our local lamb show and shearing contest pictures. Thought I would ask first. Go ahead, Amber. I would love to see them. Like I said, I went to a shearing day at a friend's house on, I think it was Friday. And I left my phone in the car, so I couldn't take pictures, but I had a great time. It was really fun. Okay, I did get it. Chris said 1.2 a beer for the Matrix reference. Hi, Jess. Jess said I have a bunch of fleeces to process and apparently several to reprocess. I need to be more aggressive about getting rid of bits. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. Abir, do you want one? Abir said, will you do a video of washing the fleeces? I could. They're like all different breeds, so it might be kind of interesting because I do have to handle some of them a little bit differently. Rico said, everyone is welcome to the squirrel that soil bathes in my potted plants. I don't know if I would kill a squirrel. Oh, Donna said, I really love the socks that you made. You told me about a pattern from the Yarn Harlot that would be good. You replied, monkey socks. Was it supposed to be monkey socks? Yes. Oh, I said money. It was supposed to be monkey. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't even realize I did that. I didn't even notice it. Okay, Rita said, y'all know. Well, no, I'm Southern. Frog legs taste like chicken. Oh, is that a Southern thing? Shadowcat said gator's better than chicken. Melissa said we are all plugged into Trisha's world, so Matrix, yes. Oh, so funny. Crystal said plant forks tying side up in your post to try to keep your dirt bather under control. So you're going to poke that poor little squirrel. Ella said, gator tail. I don't think I have eaten gator before. Oh, no, I have. There's a restaurant here where you can get gator bites. I've had them. Well, Michelle, now, don't they say dinosaurs and birds are very closely related? So reptiles and birds would be related also closely. Julie said, I've tasted cow brains. Tastes like cow brains. Does it have a weird texture? I think that's the part that kind of freaks me out, the weird textures. Crystal said, I'm all in for fleece washing videos. Okay. Yes. Oh, Abir, what trouble have you had? Abir said, the reason I ask is that I cannot wash a fleece to save my life. Sorry, I'm pulling some hay out. Kiara said, my family has eaten crocodile and it also tastes like chicken. We had it when we were down in Florida one time. Rita said I haven't had gator. Oh. Kimberly said, Jess, I also need to reprocess some as well. It happens sometimes. Connie said, good idea, a beer. Elizabeth said, me too, Kiera. Oh, you're welcome, Donna. You guys are so funny. You know, I always wonder if people will think I'm weird for like not being scared to try food things, but my dad, like I said, would eat anything and he kind of just taught us to try everything, so I'm pretty okay with trying whatever. But I don't know about brains. How about pancreas? Oh, John just went outside. It's Daddy. Oh, bye. Okay. Donna said, sorry, let me back up. Rico said, thanks for the tip. I was going to set a trap and release him miles away. Well, then some other one could just move in. Donna said, if we were in the Matrix, I'm glad I landed here with all you guys. Oh, this is the best Matrix. I mean, come on. It's the one with all the wool. JP said, oh, did you start the sock kit you got at Maryland Sheep and Wool? I did not. I probably won't be able to do that until after I finish Super Sock World Championship. Jess said to Kimberly, I have some that I didn't realize was dual coated and didn't take out the hairy bits and sort the significantly shorter bits around the legs. Oh, there you go. Connie said my grandmother used to make head cheese. Sally's had cow tongue. We actually have had tongue a lot here because at some of the Mexican restaurants you can get it and it is really good. That's probably kind of weird, but it's really good. Bonnie said, hi Trish and everyone, I'm knitting a baby hat. Oh, awesome, Bonnie. That's true. Karen said this time of year she might have babies. That squirrel might have babies. You don't want to move it away miles away. Just deter it from taking a bath in your plants. A dirt bath. Lynn has had snails. I bet a lot of us have had snails. Oh my goodness, it's getting quick for me. Rita said, a beer. I watched a video on washing fleece that helped me. We'll try to find it and post it on Facebook. Julie said, finish second bobbin of 60 wraps per inch. Holy cow. Rommel Dale singles for 2-ply lace weight. Just now realizing how long the ply will take. Need to do a 2-day long stream with it. Something old and sci-fi. Recommendations. I always think Doctor Who, if you want old and sci-fi. Because you can get the old ones on, I think it's BritBox. It's either Acorn or BritBox. If you're into that. Gosh, what else is there? You guys are too quick for me today. Lee said, use a cheese grater with Irish Spring soap. Wildlife do not like it. I didn't know that. Carrie said, brains are where the memories are. Woo! If this is the Matrix, I'm totally Psy. Oh, I missed it. Darn. Hi, Deb. Oh, Deb was at the Italian Food Festival. I'm really jealous. Julie said, yes, brains texture is special. Julie, is Jack going to be up at our coffee shop anytime soon? Usually he's here in the summer at least once, isn't he? I haven't been watching what's going on at the coffee shop lately. Elizabeth said my son just rocked the fanfare to kick off the ceremony. Oh, now never-ending pomp and circumstance for the next 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes? Kira, oh gosh. Okay, that went by too fast for me. I'm going to scooch down a little. Sylvia said I have had kangaroo, antelope, and zebra. I've had antelope. Rita sneering at the snail. Shanna said, slightly old and sci-fi is Farscape. Now, where can you watch that, Shanna? Oh, gross, Rico. Rico said I had a salad at a farmer's market and almost chewed up a caterpillar. Carrie said, Elizabeth, I was in the band in high school. The only thing worse than listening to it forever was playing it. Hang on, Luther wants up. Come here, baby. He doesn't have enough room to jump right there because of the camera. Carrie said, Star Trek, what's TNG? Abir said, I grew up on Doctor Who. Years later, my younger sister watched it and was surprised I knew about it. My sister and I both really liked Doctor Who, the old ones. When she was sick, we used to watch it together. Like after she had chemo and she couldn't do anything for about 2 days, we would just like watch it forever. Kimberly said, Connie, my grandmother made hog's head cheese as well. I remember looking into that giant pot on the stove and the pig was staring back at me. That made my eyes water. Terrified my 11-year-old self. I don't know why I have so many physical reactions to stuff people say. I'm crying, my eyes are watering, I'm hungry. I don't know what I am. Julie said he might. I was there just a couple of months ago, though. You were? Oh, he was. Okay. Shoot. Maybe I should go in there and ask for him. Oh, Sue said Battlestar Galactica. That's a good one. Or you know what we found years ago was Buck Rogers. Remember Buck Rogers from the 80s? I'm embarrassed to say how much I liked it. Okay, the Next Generation. Thank you. You would think I could have got that, but no. Connie said my oldest daughter was drum major in band and played bass clarinet. I played the drums and xylophones and anything in percussion. Bye, Alex. Alex said I have to go. I didn't say much. I was knitting with my homespun yarn the whole time. Thanks for the company. Have a great day. You too. Wow. Amazon Prime, Apple TV, and Vudu for Farscape. So it's all over. I knew I saw it somewhere. I bet I saw it on Prime. Alice said I love old and new Who. Brenda said, okay, I'm noticing that no one has brought up eating Rocky Mountain oysters. Has anybody done that? I have not tried them. I would tell you if I had, but I haven't. Jess said, I have eaten more stink bugs and box elder bugs than I care to mention because my need to stuff my face with raspberries is greater than my need to look at them first. Ooh. I think my need to look at them might grow if I had eaten them a bunch of times. No, I don't know. Maybe not. Sue said, I love the Tom Baker Doctor Who. I liked a bunch of them. It's interesting, too, how we all have favorites. Okay, Connie said, exactly, it was so gross. Oh, gosh. Okay, Battlestar, yes, so good. So good. Shanna said, ooh, and V. V, the first V with Mark Singer. Deb and I have talked about that before. That was you, right, Deb? Yes, I'm sure it was you. Yep, Michelle remembers Buck Rogers. I was obsessed with Buck Rogers when I was a kid. It was so good. It was so good and bad at the same time. Seriously. V was so good. Lynn said I like Stargate. I have just watched that for the first time, like within the last probably 2 years. Rita said, who remembers Bozo the Clown? I was on Bozo show, you know. Connie said Lost in Space was my favorite. I don't think I've watched that. I've seen a movie, but that was much later. Alice said, Abir, I'm an old school Trekkie and love Voyager, but was only mildly into the Next Generation. Quantum Leap is good. Oh, okay, so Karen, this is a good question. She said, are you right or left-handed, Trish? I hold my fleece in my left, draw with my right, and I'm right-handed. Long draw with left, though. I'm technically right-handed, but I kind of lean towards ambidextrous in some things. And I think it's because I played piano. So I've always just felt more comfortable holding it in my right and drafting with my left. But I can switch. I just feel more comfortable this way, so I don't really switch. Alice said, Stargate SG-1. Yes, I meant the original. Rita said I haven't seen the new Star Trek. Oh my goodness. See, we're all going to be watching some space stuff. Alice said, OMG, now everyone knows what a nerd I am finally. Oh, bye, Rico. I don't know why you feel drunk. What's been going on? Oh, Kimberly said in Jacksonville, Texas, each year there is a testicle festival. That's hard to say. Their tagline was, come out and have a ball. That's funny. Brenda said, there's a place up the river here that serves them. Oh, they are deep fried, and I only had a couple bites. They weren't too bad. Was that texture weird? Seems like the texture would be weird. Sue said Sliders was so great until it was awful. I don't think I've ever seen Sliders. Connie said, yeah, I saw that, Connie. There's a new Lost in Space series on Netflix. Oh my gosh, I almost spit, Lisa. From laughing. Lisa said someone tried to feed me fried gator tail one time, and I didn't know when to stop chewing. It might have been overcooked. Yes, Julie. Julie said we need a list of flying streaming recommendations. Yeah, Deb said, yep, love that show. We just talked about it, right? Hello, Valerie. How are you? Margarita said I finished the hood part of my sweater. Now on to Sleeve Island. Hey, Robin. Oh, okay. Now here goes Luther again because John just came in. Kiera said, I remember Rocky and Bullwinkle. Oh, yeah, and the show called Bonkers. I don't know that one. That was on Disney about a bobcat that was a cop. What? Oh, Atlantis. Yeah. Elizabeth said, love Stargate, SG-1, and Atlantis. I own all the seasons of both on DVD. Does that out me as old and a nerd geek? I mean, if it did out you, and I'm not saying it does, I feel like you'd be in great company right now. So it's fine. Brenda said the texture was kind of chewy. Kind of springing back. Oh, God, that grossed me out. Never mind. Tanya said, I'm so old, my favorite Doctor Who, I don't know how to say it. John Pertwee? How do you say it? He also played Warzel Gumaj. Who's that? Amber has been to the Testicle Festival. It's also a bike run. I didn't eat them, though. She didn't eat them. I haven't eaten them either. Oh, Deb was on Dancing on Air. Did you get your 15 minutes? Karen said the Orville is a lot of fun. Star Trekky, but new and fun. I guess we'll have to look that one up. I have not heard of it. Thanks, Julie. I love it too. I love it so much. Chris said, I'm old. Who remembers Mr. Green Jeans? I remember Mr. Green Jeans. And the first time one of my friends met my dad, he had a big beard and he was wearing green corduroy pants. And forever she called him Grizzly Green Jeans after that. My whole life. She still calls him that. Jess said, I'm old enough that we only had 4 channels, including PBS. Same. I didn't even know about cable until high school. Yes, he was on Captain Kangaroo. So was, who was that lady? She was like super, Adrienne Barbeau was on Captain Kangaroo. Lisa Smith said, my mom's family used to raise and then slaughter a pig, and they said the only thing they didn't eat was the squeal. Nothing wrong with that, Lisa. I mean, you just waste it if you don't eat it, or feed it to something else. I don't know. See, everybody remembers. Abir said, what was that show about a man who can make MacGyver, who can make stuff out of anything? Are you talking about MacGyver? Oh, Alice got it too. Rita said, Kiara, remember Flintstones were old? I remember Flintstones and Captain Caveman. Alice said, I just need some pencils, rubber. I missed it. Wait, I just need a rubber band, some gum, and a paper clip. Exactly. Excuse me. Melissa said, is there a new MacGyver? I just finished a ball. Look at it. So happy. And I'm sitting on one. Help. Ooh. Okay, Jess said we have a Weeble type character that is Santa Claus. My granddaughter took it out and started calling it Papa because it looks a bit like my hubby. I think that's awesome. Does your husband ever want to oh, here. Okay, I'm so tied up right now. Like play Santa for kids? How fun would that be at Christmas? Elizabeth said, my kids give me a hard time for still buying DVDs and CDs, but I can't help it. Plus, I learned recently that a singer has to get 700 streams of one song on a streaming service to make $1. I believe that. 100%. Jess said we have a Weeble type character. Oh, I already read that one. I missed it. I went backwards, that's why. Kiara said, I remember Bill Nye the Science Guy. He's not gone, Kiara. He still makes videos. He's got his own TikTok. Carrie said, I learned about Adrienne Barbeau from Swamp Thing. I guess I'm going to have to watch that. I don't remember that. Oh, goodness. Karen said, my brother's doctor said they were going to MacGyver him. Did they have to do something, I don't know, unexpected? Shanna said, remember Island of the Lost. Are you talking about Land of the Lost? Because that was my favorite show on the planet when I was really little. I loved it. With the Slee Stacks. Carrie, we're the same age. Don't say that. Carrie said, I'm so old. The Flintstones were my neighbors. Michelle said, love MacGyver. Who else could save the world with duct tape? Nobody. Oh, Chris. Chris said, are y'all old enough to remember HR Puffin stuff? John told me about HR Puffin stuff. I did not know who that was. I don't know if they played it here, though, to be fair. Shadowcat said, still in high school, I was talking to a friend about Hee Haw, Green Acres, the Andy Griffith Show, the Flintstones, and the Jetsons yesterday. Well, good. Some of those good classics never need to die. Jess said he totally said he would play Santa. He's told all the grands that he is the substitute Santa. That's cute. Donna asked if I have grandkids. So I don't know. I mean, there's newer people that don't necessarily know. So my oldest stepson is 10 years younger than me. There's only an 11-year age gap between me and John, so it's not crazy. But I was 33 when I became a grandma. And so our oldest has one, and then our third son just married a girl who had one. So I would say, yes, I have one of each. I have a granddaughter who's 14 and a grandson who is 9. But I always feel like I have to explain it because I think people are always like, wait, how do you have a 14-year-old granddaughter? And that's how. But I was there the day she was born. I've been there her whole life. So, and I think of his kids as my family, so I don't think any different, if that makes sense. But not everybody feels the same way. Whatever. So, okay. Jess said, Kiri said, I know we're not that old, but it was funny, so I said it. I'm just saying, don't make me so old. Jess said I knit hubby a Santa hat last winter, and little kids out in public stare at him and whisper that he's Santa all the time. He just touches the side of his nose when they do that. That's cute. Julie, you wouldn't do that. Jerry said my kids watch Puffin stuff. Yeah, Land of the Lost was so good. So many bell bottoms all in one place also. Julie said I used to scare my little sister by pretending to be a slee stack. Alice said, using the scarf I'm making for my mom as therapy, spinning again will wait a week. Yeah, except the Florida life spin, I don't know what that is because it's easy On the spindle, what does Florida Life spin? I'm having trouble. Connie said they did, Trish. Mr. Ed, yes, good stuff. You know what? If you are willing to do it, actually, like getting BritBox for a month, which I think might be $14.99. So amongst streaming things, it's a little bit more expensive, but there is so many good old series on there. Not just sci-fi either. Like Jeeves and Wooster was on there for a while. I don't know if it still is, but so hilarious. Mel said, I have a Sleestack hat. Love Land of the Lost and Electro Woman. I don't remember Electro Woman and Dinah Girl. I have to look that one up. Valerie said, I knew someone who was a romper room lady. I found that romper room was regional and many were made at the same time to be aired locally. That's probably it. That's probably why they didn't make it locally for me. Because I don't remember it. We had a different show though, similar. You guys are funny. Chris said, I have a 13-year-old granddaughter as well as an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old grandson. Love them to death. I'll tell you what, they are really cool. I don't know, Donna. I don't know, Donna. You have an awesome family. Bet you're a cool grandma. I mean, it's complicated when you're the step and there's a real grandma. You know what I mean? So I always try like not to kind of overstep the bounds, but I love them. And they are so unique and hilarious. They're awesome. And I feel really lucky to have gotten my stepkids because, you know, I always wanted more kids, but I wasn't going to get to have more kids. So I got more that way. Karen said, love BritBox. Also, Prime on Freeze has a ton of old series. Freeze is free now with Prime. I'll have to look at that. I like to find some old one that maybe I missed out on and just binge it, you know. Carrie said, I moved from Ohio to Chicago when I was in 5th grade. My new friends talked about HR Puff and stuff. I was convinced they were talking about a drug trip. Now, how in 5th grade? I don't think I even knew what a drug trip was. Jess said, I'm 53 and our kids are aged 30, 31, 32, 34, 35, 40, and 42. Wow. So is it the same situation, Jess? Oh, Otter said, OMG, I had forgotten all about Land of the Lost. Well, we won't let you forget for long. It's good stuff. Oh, Melissa said, I missed Romper Room for Bob Ross's Joy of Painting. You know, when I was really little, it wasn't Bob Ross that was doing it. It was Jerry something. Jerry, he was a German man. He had an accent. They'll come to me. And my parents loved him. I think he was like a teacher of Bob Ross's or something. I had to Google it. And then we looked him up, and his show is still available on like PBS. Beer said, I wasn't blessed with kids, but adore the children in the family. They're good stuff. You get a lot of fun things out of having kids around. But, you know, it's nice that you appreciate the ones that are around. Shanna said, I'm 53 and our only son just turned 9. Nothing wrong with that either. Just said, I'll leap over the boundaries because everyone can always use more people that love and care about them, but I do have more of a friend than parent relationship with the older kids. Well, you know, we were never that geographically close either. Like, we were always an hour and a half away from the older kids too. So it's just complicated. I just figure I do my best every day and I do love them, and that's all you need. You don't have to do anything else. Amber said, my family is the same as yours, Trish, blended, and my grand is 10. My oldest stepson is 8 years younger than me. My other half is 12 years my senior. We have 21, 22, 23, and 34, all boys. Holy cow! You know, we have 4 boys and 1 girl. Chris said, I did a puff and stuff, but I didn't inhale. Kimberly said, Alice, yes, I was inspired by your pictures. I've only spun on wheels up to now, but I feel a different calm from spindle spinning. I love it. That's really nice. Karen said, I never had kids. I have 3 huge dogs and a giant rooster named Big Red. I love that. Do you have chickens to go with the rooster, or is the rooster just hanging out alone? Jess said, the youngest 4 are my birth children, the rest are bonus kids. Donna said, I have 29 27-year-old girls, didn't expect grandkids, but I have some wonderful 4-legged grandbabies, love them all. There you go. Bill Alexander. Thank you, Sue. Thank you. I don't know why I always think his name is Jerry. He looks like a Jerry to me. His name is Bill Alexander. He was the cutest. I still think he's the cutest. Hey, Rhonda. Hey. Rhonda said, anyone remember? Of course, BJ and the Bear. It was about a truck driver, BJ, who had a pet chimpanzee bear that rode in the truck with him. When John was younger, he totally looked like Greg Evigan, who was BJ. I mean, he probably looks like him now, too. Bye, Elizabeth. Probably she's gone. Sorry. That's it, Donna. I mean, I try to think, and it's not just my bonus kids, my own son, too. Like, wherever you are, even if it's not a great place, I just love you where you are. And also boundaries. You know, because it can't all be love. Sometimes you gotta say, not cool. But you know what I mean. Amber said, I live in Oregon. I definitely inhaled. Yep, Rita said, as long as you have someone young in your life, you'll never grow old. Or, hey, someone young at heart. That's me. I still can't believe they let me live on my own, like an adult, without supervision at all. Kimberly has a question for spindle spinning. On a bottom whorl spindle, how do you build your yarn ball? Oh, you're evenly along spindle or ball up near base. Seems it affects spin. I have never spun on a bottom whorl spindle. I've always done just a top whorl. So who has help for Kimberly? Otter said, I'm an anomaly, didn't inhale until I was 18. Even then it did nothing, so I don't think I inhaled well. Chris said, my wife's cousin has a rooster that she has to hit with a 2x4 to get into the coop. John has rooster stories. Oh my goodness. His dad decided he was going to raise chickens for a while when he was like a teenager. He's got some funny stories. Rita said, Amber, you probably blew it into others as well. That's funny. Karen said, I have chickens, but Red is lovely and huge, beautiful guy, cuddly pet. Really, a cuddly pet? That's nice. He's such a good protector, really watches his ladies, shows, then treats and watches the sky constantly. They love him too. Bye, Kay. Andy said, Amber, love Oregon. Oh, Chris said our rooster Stu was like that. He has good stories about the chickens. I don't want to, I might get him wrong if I tell him, even though I don't want to tell him. He should tell his own stories. Julie said, oh, you didn't know John hired us to supervise you? That's like the cats guarding the hen house. I'm not sure. Abir said, is Eileen back from her trip? Eileen commented on the last video, but I am not sure if she's back yet. I meant to go back and see if she answered, and I haven't even had a chance yet. I'm not sure. I don't know how long that hike takes or whatever walk. I don't know exactly. I think it's a hike. Shanna said, I do a double cop. Most of the yarn down by the whorl with a smaller one near the tip that I periodically unwind and then rewind onto the lower cop. That sounds really interesting. Just said Karen Shaw, red sounds awesome. I mean, red sounds like the exception, not the rule, and very wonderful. I would love to be able to pick up a rooster and like pet it. That would be so cool. Amber, it's a thing here too. Amber said I live 2.5 hours from Humboldt County, so it's kind of a thing in this part of the world. I mean, it is everywhere here. Julie can tell you, I'm sure. And Carrie too. It's everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. Karen said he does a chicken dance, lowers his wing and prances around his hens before getting busy. She is impressed. Oh, who's that? I don't know how to even pronounce it. Michelle said to Kimberly, I builded up the spindle shaft wider at the base and tapering up the shaft. Interesting. Kimberly said we have 50 chickens, 2 roos, both sweet boys. Nice. Curly and Klinger. I think I should, Chris. You can invite him to a future Sunday spin cycle and we can ask John about chickens. He does tell a good story, I'll tell you that. Oh, Karen's from Eureka, California, so you know. It happens. Yep, I gotta go too. So I have to bring a rug to my son and his girlfriend. They moved in together. And their apartment needs a rug, and I have a spare. So I gotta get it vacuumed and get it in my car and get it down to them. And then if it stops raining, I need to move some mulch, but I don't know if it actually has or not. It's pretty much been raining all day. So I gotta go. I appreciate you guys, and today was fun. Really, really good speed. Not that I mind the fast speed. I love it. You guys are the best. And I need to go, like, put some stuff in my watch list. Love you too, Karen. I'm so glad. Oh, Karen. I love all of you guys, but I'm so glad that, did the right job. How do you say it? I don't know. I'm a weirdo. So, thanks. I will do that. It's good to see you, Rhonda. Good to see so many of you. I love it. So I will see you guys soon. I have a video Tuesday, and then I think next week I might do some live bat building like we've done before, but I'll let you know. This week was a little hectic, but I think this next coming week is going to be hopefully a little calmer. So I will see you guys soon, and I love you.